Little Mac's KO Punch is by far one of the most powerful moves in the game. However, it's not exactly the easiest one to hit, so today I'll be having a look at some of the easy and more advanced ways to land a KO Punch. But first, let's look at some frame data. Little Mac's KO Punch comes out on frame 9 and hits Super Armor on frame 8 and 9. It deals 35 damage, making it the strongest special move in the entire game. However, it has a lot of ending lang, leaving you open for an easy punish. The KO Punch uses a damage-based meter system. Taking 100 damage will completely fill your KO Punch. When it comes to dealing damage, you'll have to deal about 334 damage in order to completely fill it. Once you get it, you'll have about 6 seconds in which you cannot lose it no matter what. After that, you can keep it for as long as you want, as long as you don't get hit with a move that costs knockback. Another notable thing is that the KO Punch goes through shields, cannot be countered or traded with. This is huge thing as Little Mac's grabbing game is terrible, making people more likely to use their shields or counters. Let's say you have the KO Punch ready to go. What are the most efficient strategies to use? At low percentages, down tilt to KO Punch is your safest option, and it is a true combo if it is on the inner part of the move. But it will only work on certain percentages, all of which are different from character to character. 20 to 65% is the average percent where it should work on all characters. Anything below, and the punch will not kill. Anything above, and it probably won't connect. I'll be leaving a list of the individual character percentages in the description below. You can also jab cancel to KO Punch if you're quick. It will only work on high percentages, from about 70% and upwards. At this point, down tilt to KO Punch will stop working, so this is your safest option. Once your opponent is above about 110%, it's not really worth using the KO Punch. You're much better off saving for the next stock, seeing how any smash that will kill at this percent. Now let's cover some useful techs. Dash to KO Punch is a very nice way to get some distance while still being able to use the KO Punch. While dashing, if you let go of the control stick and instantly press the B button, you will do a dashing KO Punch. This is useful seeing how opponents are most likely going to put up their shield when they see Little Mac dashing at them. Jump canceling the KO Punch serves the same purpose, but you can use whichever one you like. Jump canceling is more useful for covering small distances, however. For example, while dash dancing. Another useful tech I want to talk about is B reversing. While using the KO Punch and instantly tapping the control stick in the other direction, it will result in a faster turnaround KO Punch. However, you'll have to be really quick. The timing is a lot more strict than most other B reverses. If you time it incorrectly, you might use a Jolt Haymaker instead. And let's just say that may result in a less than favorable outcome. Another way to do this is to just slightly nudge the control stick in the opposite direction of whichever one you're facing, and then use the special. You can also use the backside of your up tilt into B reversed KO Punch. This works especially well on fast fallers, seeing how they fall quickly, making you able to string up to 3 up tilts before killing them. Lastly, in terms of techs, we have the Gazelle KO Punch. While doing a ledge jump get up, if you use the KO Punch right as Little Mac loses his ledge invulnerability, if you time it correctly, Little Mac will clip onto the stage and do a grounded KO Punch. Now keep in mind that timing here is frame perfect. You only have about 1 or 2 frames to do this. This will take a lot of practice to get right, so don't be frustrated if you don't get it first. If you use it too early, the KO Punch will not come out, making you not waste it. However, if you time it too late, you're in trouble. That's about as far as easy-sided and utility techs go. Beyond this, we're gonna have to play some mind games. The falling KO Punch is by far the most underrated way to land the KO Punch. The basics of using the KO Punch is to jump or get launched into the air, then position yourself in the air as when you're about to land you can use the KO Punch in the air and land onto the ground while in the KO Punch animation and hit them. You would be surprised by how often this works. People are so used to Little Mac being useless in the air that they completely forget about this. The best part about it is that you're most likely going to get the KO Punch when you get launched. If you see your opponent running at you trying to catch your landing, fast fall, then use the KO Punch before they get to use an attack or put on their shield. Do keep in mind you can combine this with B reversing in case you're facing the wrong direction in the air. This does require a bit of practice and timing, but once you get down, it's actually really useful. To be honest, it's a little bit hard to explain why this works, it just kinda does. Before I end this video, I want to cover some miscellaneous info. Of course, any form of read will work, such as reading a roll, spot dodge, ledge get up, or unsafe landing. Depending on your opponent, they will either play defensively or very aggressively once you get the KO Punch. The defensive ones will try to avoid you until you use the KO Punch and hope that you miss. The aggressive ones will try to hit you as fast as possible, resulting in you losing your KO punch. Keep this in mind while playing. Lastly, I want to say thanks to Sol for helping me with this video. That about covers everything I want to say about Little Mac KO Punch. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you like videos like these and want to say more in the future. I'll surely have some more out in the near future. Until then, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.